Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Wednesday morning market webcast. Okay, so we've been in this battle over the weekly pivot for the last few sessions. It looks like the bulls are winning that battle now. They're starting to push up and away from the weekly pivot. We've traded as high as 97s overnight. That's 30 handles above the weekly pivot. So a nice little directional move. What it does is it puts us in pretty much, nothing is certain, but you really think 2,700 is going to get a look today in the regular session. How price reacts to that is going to be important. You see the daily mid-band up above at 27.17, and then you see the 50 there at 27.57. You've got a lot of moving average traffic. There's some variations of the 200-day at 57. You've got the 50 up at 57. So, if you can somehow convert the daily mid-band, then this thing's got a little bit more to run. Look, we've been very due for a multi-day rally. What's interesting about this rally is this is the rally off the higher low. So here's your bounce. Here's your reflexive bounce, right? The bears fought back as low as 26.26. Remember we talked about 26.27 being support. They've pushed off that now to the tune of about 70 handles since the 23rd. And then, I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. So working on three green sessions after that, and you can see the higher lows here. So the real issue regarding this rally is it should be a sell, ultimately. Whether it is or not is going to have a whole hell of a lot to do with the bears. And it's going to have a lot more to do with the bears than it is with the bulls. If the bears want to stand in, typical places for them to stand in would be at 2,700 at daily mid, or in this resistance area, 55.75. We looked at 55.75, then a couple looks at 48, back up to 48, and that's where we fell from. So 48 to 55 is going to be important. We already talked about some of the moving averages in 55 to 57. Don't think for a minute it doesn't have enough fuel to run. We're certainly not parabolic. We've spent the majority of the week just kind of chopping around down here. This is the fuel for a move higher. I talked in the room yesterday about, look, what this market is doing is deciding who's going to win this next little mini leg off the weekly pivot. Is it going to be the bulls or is it going to be the bears? Well, it's starting to look like it's the bulls. And it's given you every reason to be short yesterday and Monday. And I tried my fair share of shorts, some with success and some not. And we were in a nice long last night. And I tried to fade it back a little bit in Globex, and I got my hand burnt. So I'm flat right now. I'm waiting for the open. It's been a decent week. It's 18.29. It's a 24 handle week. Our goal for a week is 20. It's not a blowout week, but we got a few days left to go, so you never know. What I don't want to do is fight price. That's basically the number one rule where we are. We don't fight price. And being short right now seems to feel like fighting price. When will it not be fighting price? When the bears can make some lower highs and progress. But until then, I expect us to get a dip in the regular session this morning, and I expect the dip buyers to at least come in and try to take that up above 2,700. And unless something strange happens in the process, I plan to be one of them. Now, it only takes one headline in this market to really start to screw with people. And the reason this chop has been so hard to hold is you've got all these countervailing headlines. You've got China talks, that got rejected. You've got, you've got the president on the tape. You've got the Fed on the tape. You've got tariffs on the tape. You've got all these things going on that have really been pushing the market around. And it makes it very hard to hold anything. And what'll happen though is it's the one you don't take that moves. We ended up long 71.75 late in the day, and it ended up being a 15-20 handle runner for us. But it didn't look any better than any of the other ones we were taking in the moment. It just happened to be the one that didn't get us stopped out after making a couple of handles. But it's when you give up on it was when it starts to move, and that's what makes this tape so difficult. That's what makes the tape so difficult. The alternative is you just buy it and hold it and just kind of stand there and say, come take me out. And typically with the volatility, it has taken you out. I mean, if you have any kind of a reasonable stop on. I mean, if you're just running around with no stops, I mean, okay. But I wouldn't want to be running around short right now with no stop, because you're probably down 20 handles this morning. That's not how we do things. That's not how I think anybody should do things. It's a great way to blow up. Don't blow up. Instead, trade profitably. Okay, so we'll see. 2,700 is going to be a thing. I think they're going to try to test it sooner rather than later, and then we'll deal with the rest as it comes. Everybody have a great day. We'll be out with some more stuff on social. Trade them well. I'll talk to you then. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princetontrader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.